You're getting a look at the most famous building in Foxborough. Opened in 2002, it's Gillette Stadium. Jason Sanders is out, ready to kick this one away. And we're off and running from Gillette. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game. All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10.
Let's go.
Starting on the ground here with Stevenson. They'll cobble together a yard there. Hit applied by Bradley Chubb. Manages just a yard on first down. Now it's going to be 2nd and 9.
At the 31-yard line. 70 Timberwolves. Alert! Alert!
Stevenson with another carry. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. Call it 1 yard there. So consecutive 1-yard runs brings up 3rd and 8.
You know, Kate, I like to call these body blows. Body blows. You got to be committed to running the football. Even if it doesn't move the chains, I guarantee you that wear and tear will pay dividends later.
May now on 3rd down. On the move, headed right. And he slides down with enough to pick up that first. They pick up 20 yards there. And the Patriots will have a first down.
You know, Kate, back in the day, we had a slip and slide at practice for moments just like that. Actually practicing how to slide and get out of harm's way. Nice gain on the play. And denied that defense yet another chance to take a shot on him.
His first throw is an interception. Picked off by Kader Kohu. And it's a pick 6 as he runs it in for the touchdown. So we start our game off with a touchdown, Brock, but not on the side of the scoreboard that we were expecting.
Yeah, first drive on defense, the goal is to get off the field, maybe even flip the field with field position. But to score points yourself, it's not something they honestly consider too much. That is until he started that return, baby. And they saw things lining up perfectly for it to happen.
Jason Sanders to kick off for Miami.
A quick chance at redemption after that pick 6 as it's sent away. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Now May coming off that pick. Bails out of the pocket quick. And after the pick 6, it's another interception. Picked off Kendall Fuller. And the Dolphins get it back after making their 3rd first-half interception.
Well, obviously not the cleanest game with now 2 interceptions, but here's the key. This is where mental toughness for a quarterback becomes so critical. And frankly, why some of the best QBs playing today have baseball in their background, because you flush your mistakes. Okay, you strike out and throw an interception, but you got to go get it in that next series. Got to put these interceptions behind and press forward ahead. Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Second down carry for Achane. His foray up the middle, nets about 3. Tackle made by Juwan Bentley.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
Throwing, here's Tagovailoa on 3rd. Rolling left, buying some time. Got his target, it's Hill. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. Working inside the red zone. Nothing there left side as it ends up incomplete.
That is normally a gimme for this offense, these short throws. But the defense, well, they had just enough influence on that play to force the incompletion.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's second down. A-chain on the inside give. And he'll go down. Looks like they're marking him at the 11. They get about 4 there. Need a little more than that now on 3rd and 6. So we're through 1 quarter of this AFC East contest. Neither side separating much so far. More from Gillette Stadium in just a minute. We're back for the 2nd quarter. Dolphins in a real good spot to score. Throwing on 3rd and long. And he's off the mark there. Too far behind him to adjust. That brings up 4th down. First time this game they've looked to him. And that'll bring up 4th down.
I think if you look up in phase in the defensive encyclopedia, that is a picture-perfect form of it. He was all over him in coverage, really forcing the incompletion.
Trying for it, it's A-Chan. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
Offensive coordinators tell us all the time, big runs only happen with coordinated efforts. Great block in the spring of guys hitting blocks downfield and a back who can show off his wheels.
Tua looking to throw. That one's incomplete in the end zone.
Well, both ends of their defense nearly came away with a huge play. Another step, and they sacked the quarterback. But even still, the hit altered the throw and almost set up a takeaway.
So after the incomplete pass, here's 2nd and goal. They've got a man in motion. Mostert. And he gets in. Touchdown. The Dolphins pick it off and get points on the ensuing drive. Raheem Mostert, the touchdown. For the offense, you gotta love it, Brock. Points to begin the game as he runs it in for an opening drive touchdown.
And you've got one very happy running back right over there on the sideline right now. These backs, they do feel the pressure to find the end zone every single week. It's not easy to do. But to do it this early and get out of the way, big time.
So following the missed point after, a chance to take his frustrations out on that football as he sends this away. And no return as this bounces through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30.
60 Eagle. Go.
They'll run for the first time here with Antonio Gibson. And it's going to be about a 3-yard pickup in the end. Javon Holland there to make the stop. Moving quickly, trying to get set again.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
Here's 2nd and 7. Henry on the catch. And he finds space for about a 3-yard gain. Brought down that time by Kendall Fuller.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, you just find a way to get him the ball.
All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3.
Rocco 80. Go.
May now from the gun. Oh, brother, it's another interception. Picked off by Kader Kohu. And he takes this one back for the pick six. Rookie quarterback Brock threw it away their last drive. It seemed like he might have been trying to do too much to make up for that mistake, and instead things snowball.
Yeah, these are the valuable lessons you have to learn from. You cannot be a mistake repeater. But being a rookie quarterback at Ask Peyton, he threw 28 of them his rookie year. Sometimes you just learn on the job, but you cannot repeat those kind of mistakes.
Sanders connects on the point after. And the Dolphins push the lead to 20. Well, Brock, hopefully some short memories on offense as they get it right back here on the kickoff after that pick six. And it bounces out of the end zone, so they'll set up shop at the 30.
Ready up.
Offense ready to begin this drive, 1st and 10. Drive starts with a carry by Stevenson. And he found some running room for a nice gain. So we're at the 2-minute warning here from Gillette. It's the Patriots. Looking at 2nd and 3.
Ready. Tracking 60. Hook.
From the gun, it's May. Fits it through the middle. Hits the 20. He will go! Touchdown, New England! The Patriots chop some of the lead off before the half. And that right there, Brock, is a touchdown I think our fellow broadcaster Greg Olsen would be proud of. A big strike to the tight end that I don't think a lot of receivers could have pulled off and make it look as easy.
You know, a lot of times you're splitting hairs talking about the differences between tight ends and receivers at this level because a lot of those guys, they work the same route tree and they move with the football, well, just like their receiver teammates. And they can score some lengthy touchdowns too, just like he showed off.
And that... A city known for its incredible skyline, its nightlife and beaches, today centered around this venue, Hard Rock Stadium here in Miami.
Jason Sanders, the kickoff for Miami.
Jason Sanders is out, ready to kick this one away. And we're underway at Hard Rock. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game. They don't get this snapped in time. This is going to back them up. Can't get the play off in time, and I'm going to wager the call's going to come in much quicker, Brock, for this next snap. The play clock ran all the way down there, and this is going to cost the offense. A little slow to operate the offense, and they're going to back it up as a result of that penalty.
Well, we are about a $50 cab ride away from Midtown Manhattan at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford. Here's Jason Sanders now to get this one started, and off we go from MetLife Stadium. And the opening kickoff will not be returned, as that will be a touchback. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. First play and a first throw for Rodgers. He gets this to Devontae Adams. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 14 yards there on the first play from scrimmage. And we see the emphasis early here. Get your star receiver involved. Able to do it successfully.
Not a bad start to begin with, that's for sure. And to me, this play says our guy is better than your guys. Because, you know, a player of his stature, he won't just be single covered all game long. It's going to involve multiple people. And right away, they told the other team, guess what? He's just better.
from the 48-yard line. Here's 2nd and 2.
26.
Here's Rodgers. Toward the sideline, and he will have the first down as he was able to keep the feet in bounds. It's a gain of 8, and it'll wind up moving the chains. And he's already got 2 catches on the opening drive. They know he's going to be a handful.
And sometimes you game plan for that offensively. You want to make sure that guy touches the ball, and sometimes it just happens naturally. And then you change your game plan. When he has the hot hand, you keep going back to him because he's running routes with confidence as the game goes on.
So the completion good for 6 yards, and that will bring up 2nd down. Here's a quick throw out to Wilson. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 20-yard line. The Jet passing game in rhythm. They've got another first.
That's another Jets first down. First and 10 at the 20-yard line.
Rodgers wants to change the look.
Over.
They'll run for the first time with Breece Hall. Yeah, he'll work free from 1 tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down. Tackle made there by Jordan Poyer.
He's definitely tough to get down. We just saw it right there. But how about what we did see? Pursuit, wrap up, and then the big finish with the tackle.
Now Rodgers. Open man here is Conklin. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. It's a nice pickup of 12 yards, and it gives him a 1st and goal.
A lot of precision being shown on this opening drive. They've been methodical, they've been crisp, and as a reward, they're going to be set up with an early 1st and goal.
And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2. On the ground, it's the rookie from Wisconsin. And it'll be a minimum pickup here as it will take us to the end of the first quarter. We're scoreless after 1. Second quarter now from MetLife Stadium. The Jets with the football here as they'll see what they can do on 3rd and goal. On the sneak, Rodgers trying to barrel up in there, but I don't think he got it. And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th.
Go to 50. Hey, you block over here.
They'll go for it. It's Hall. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. Breece Hall. It's a 1-yard touchdown run. And the Jets post the first points of the ball game as they take the lead here in this second quarter. Zerline connects on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. Taken at the goal line. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. And the Dolphins now with a 1st and 10 at the 20. In motion, Hill. On the ground, this is Devon Achane. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brandon, to me, what's important right here on this drive is for them to get at least 2 first downs. They've got to give their defense a chance to settle down, catch their breath a little bit after they give up a touchdown on the opening drive.
Right back to Achane on 2nd down. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first.
Well, partner, I have to say they called him in the right defense there. Nickel set, fifth defensive back on the field, and they love to run against that because now you typically get a bigger blocker on a smaller defender.
Yeah, because those DBs like you, they want the interception. They're not as worried about the running play, right?
Not at all. And I still remember being in school, and one of my offensive line teammates used to say, boy, I'd love to come downfield and hit you little people.
Good run there. And he's down right around midfield after a gain of 2, maybe 3.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
Ball right on the 50-yard line. Here's second down and 7. From midfield, here's Tua. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. He's to the 15. And he brings this one back. It's a pick-6 and a Jet touchdown. We thought this defense would be opportunistic, and they were. Here, you're already up. Now you got a 2-touchdown lead. I tell you, going out there on defense, did they have a little bit of extra momentum with a score already on the board?
Oh, without a doubt. That already felt good to them. They took it and used it and obviously put up another one. But here's the thing now. Some defense coordinators might want to pull their guys back a little bit because they don't want them to make mistakes because they're too overamped. Others say, I've got a 2-touchdown lead. Go get them, guys. They'll be even more aggressive.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay.
Well, they had that one snipped out defensively. That's a tough one to connect on when you got multiple defenders in the area, and it winds up incomplete.
Throwing now is Tagovailoa. And this pass broken up. Well, the contact well timed there, and now fourth down.
Well, they've moved the ball okay here in these first 2 drives, but this one's going to, again, amount to nothing. They've got to start dialing up some plays that allow them to finish drives with points.
They'll go. Achane. And this doesn't end well at all as they stop it far behind the line to gain. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And that will force a turnover on downs. From the 34 now, here's first and 10. On first and 10, it's Hall. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. Give him 12 yards there, and the Jets have it first.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
Rodgers throwing quickly out to Adams. And they'll get this down to the 10. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. They'll run with Hall. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on second and goal. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. A nice run there as he picks up 6. It's going to be third and goal now. Defensively, they must have been expecting a pass. They were in the dime look out there.
I think maybe they were deciding to go with speed on the field rather than bulk. I'm with you, a little bit surprising. They wanted people getting to the ball as fast as possible. The lighter, shiftier defensive backs allow you that opportunity.
And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. Zerline's kick is up and through, and that will do it for this first half. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. A very one-sided first half. 17-0 our score as we get going in quarter number 3. And no return forthcoming. It'll be a touchback. And the third quarter will start from the 30. The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them. Tua sets up to pass it. And that'll be incomplete.
Just what they need, electric from me, but subpar offense is what helped get them into this spot. And now they're continuing the trend with incompletions. That won't get them out of it if they don't change something soon.
In motion goes the tight end. Off of play action, Tagovailoa. He's got his target. That's complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Now Achane on 1st and 10. Knifes his way forward here, but just 3 yards on the play. Second down. In motion, the tight end. Right back to Achane on 2nd down. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting third and about 4 to go. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Here's Tua. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Oh, you can see and feel the disappointment on that one because you saw some guys on the sidelines jumping up going, oh, no. Looked like they had that one set up well on 3rd down, but you got to give yourself time to get rid of the football.
And he's going to miss this one. That is no good. Well outside the left upright, and the deficit will stay at 3 scores.
Partner, this is certainly turning out to be one of those days. Here we are in the second half. They're being shut out. Offense is doing nothing. And you're just saying, please, come on, give us something here to your kicker. But even this is no good.
Now Hall to start the drive. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. 2nd down and 6 now. The slot man in motion right. Now Rodgers. That's complete. It's Malachi Corley. First target, first catch, and a first down.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
To throw is Rodgers. That one taken in by Corley. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and that'll make it 2nd down. Straight ahead is Hall. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. A loss on that play, and now 3rd down gets tougher. 3rd and 6. To throw, it's Rodgers. Over the middle and complete to Wilson. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 28. 3 quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Hall on a give up the middle. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. And the trend continues here in the fourth like it was in the first, second, and third. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. But bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
Throwing now is Rodgers. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, I think he's as fine with that incompletion as a quarterback can be, in all honesty. He avoided his first sack of the game, and he did have a chance of connecting for yardage, just unable to on that throw.
And they'll send the tight end in motion here. On third down, here's Hall. And he'll be stopped here well short of the first down at the 24-yard line. Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back, those are the ones you focus on and want to take away. And they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
Well, ultimately, not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
First down, Miami, as they get set to start the drive. Well, I hate to say it, but at this point, I don't really know that they're playing to win with this deficit in the fourth quarter. They're just trying to erase that 0 on the scoreboard, Charles, and get some type of momentum to carry into the film session tomorrow.
If you get any type of points on the board, it'll count as a moral victory, although no one will talk about that in the post-game press conference. That's not something you mention in the NFL. And this loss, it already stings and will for a while. But everyone on that offense knows it'll sting a lot worse if they don't put some points up on the board.
Here's 2nd and 10. Tagovailoa working out of the gun, rolling to his left. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50.
All right, fellas, listen up.
Looking to pass. Tua. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And that's going to be incomplete.
And they're at the point of the ball game now where they've got to take some chances. They've got to put the ball in the air and just see what happens. But this defense knows that all too well.
In motion, Hill. Going to the air. Tagovailoa. Oh, a poor throw there, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, C.J. Mosley. And they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line. And this will probably be the final play before the 2-minute warning. So after the INT, it's Rodgers. Throwing for the out route, he finds Wilson. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
At the 43-yard line.
Don't let Kelly. Jump out.
Rodgers going to throw. The left side throw complete to Adams. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
7-yard gain. That's good for a Jets.
Rodgers throwing here. A short throw to Conklin, the tight end. This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line. 2nd and a couple.
Brings up 2nd and 2. At the 27-yard
Here's a give to Hall. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24.
26.
First down.
50.
1st and 10 at the 24-yard line.
Hey, take 26.
offensive line wasn't set. There's the flag, and 5 yards back they go.
Quarterback has to look around and make sure that his team is ready to go. Sometimes the quarterbacks go faster than is necessary.
A false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Here's Rodgers to throw. This completes to Corley. Short completion, just 4 yards, and that's going to bring up 2nd down.
4 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 11.
Throwing is Rodgers. Got a man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jets. 25 yards for the touchdown. And the Jets are able to widen their advantage. So it goes from a 3-score to a 4-score lead here in the closing moments of the 4th quarter. And whether they got that bonus touchdown or not, it's been a pretty impressive performance.
And they did it with not much time left. But they took what little time was on the clock and used it well, didn't they? Put a real exclamation point on their win with that score.
Rodgers will throw for it. And this is going to be caught. So add 2 more to the lead as they continue to pour it on here in the 4th.
I think this is just going to be a function of the times we live in now. Very similar to the bat flip in baseball. Everyone's got to start to get comfortable with this. But to me, this is just rubbing it in. You got a big lead. Go ahead and take the extra point. One thing to keep in mind, though, karma's still out there, and sometimes it has a way of catching up with you.
And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape, up past the 30. The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And, okay, all right, I'm being facetious here. But you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
And that one falls incomplete. And now, look at the clock. Only 7 seconds remain. Now a 2nd and 10. Tua going to throw. He's going to let it fly. And that is going to officially draw the curtain on this one as the last throw intercepted. Picked up by DJ Reed. And the Jets come up with a late turnover, but it will probably only matter to the statisticians as this ball game is now officially